side. Notice my compass rose here, north, east, south, west. We will need that with our directions. Then it says to continue in a northwest direction. There we go. So from here, we're going northwest. Number 3, number 3, travel north towards Desolation Cave. Move carefully around the sinking sand. Move around the sinking sand and to Desolation Cave. Pick up the shovel from the cave. I'm doing my little shovel. And then it says to head west. I'll let you keep reading the instructions. So you can pause the video and follow those through. All right, I'm going to go on with the questions now. Hopefully you managed to find your way around to the map and get the treasure. All right, we're going to first, for our grammar lesson, I need you to do this. I want you to take a colored pencil or even a highlighter, and I want you to first find all the verbs. So that's going to help us find the adverbs. The verbs are going to be those doing words. So in instructions, it's often at the beginning. You can put a V or underline them. It would be great if you put a V. It says down here to use your highlighter and mark the verbs, or underline them would be good. So begin is a doing word. That means we went walk, a doing word. Are, now that's the being verb. It's a harder to find one. We are happy. Are is the verb. Climb, so we're underlining all our verbs. Climb carefully over green peaks. Continue, that's an action. You're walking, continue in northwest direction. Travel is a verb. North towards Desolation Cave. Move carefully around sinking sands. Pick up. Pick up the shovel from the cave. Head. Normally you're thinking about a person's head, but this is to move or head. We'll often say head in that direction or move in that direction. Head is a doing word. Travel, underline travel. Quickly to Crocodile Creek. Make sure you're doing this with me. You will arrive. Notice we've got the helping verb, will, with arrive. Will arrive easily within an hour. Walk slowly and watchfully around Crocodile Creek. Keep traveling. So I'm going to keep traveling towards the rock, which is, there's a being verb, clearly marked. Is joins with marked because they work together. Is marked to something that you're doing, like the work is marked with the skull and crossbones. Dig, directly under the crossbones. The treasure is 2 meters down. So now that I've done my verbs, I'm going to come through and says to part 2, circle the adverbs. Remember, adverbs often end in ly, for example, quickly and slowly. These are usually next to the verb as well. So begin at, oops, I didn't underline that one. Begin, it's not telling me how to begin. I'm looking for words that are telling me how. Begin at Point Misery, walk slowly. Circle that one, because that's a adverb. Walk slowly because there are snakes in the grasslands. Now that's just a noun and a noun. Climb carefully, it's given us a clue there, adverb. Can you circle carefully, please? Over the grim peaks. Continue in a northwest direction. Travel north. It's telling us where or how we're going to travel north. Direction towards Desolation Cave. Move carefully around the sinking sand. Pick up, Sometimes we might put up. We'll leave that there. We'll put those verbs together. Picking and up needs to go together. The shovel from the cave and head west. It's giving us a direction there. Adverb. It's adding to the verb. Travel quickly. It's an easy one to find, the ly words. You will arrive easily within an hour. Walk slowly and watchfully. There are two there. See if you can find them around Crocodile Creek. Keep travelling towards the rock, which is clearly marked with a skull and crossbones. See if you can find them. Dig directly under the crossbones. The treasure is 2 meters down. I'm going to come back, see if you found them. Slowly, watchfully. Keep travelling. You can do towards, but that's more of a preposition giving us a position. So we'll leave that one. And clearly. So looking for words that add to the verb. Okay, how did you go? All right, we're going to move on to question 3 now, over the page. And it says, adverbs tell us more about an action. For example, John walked quickly. This one's done for you. Number 3, underline. Let me make sure I read all the instructions. The adverbs in the sentences and write the verb that it describes. In some sentences, there is more than one adverb. What I want you to actually do first, please, I'd like you to listen to this, is to come through and underline the verbs and just put a little V, because that's going to help you find the adverbs when you know what the verbs are, like we did over here. So come and put a little V, watch carefully for snakes in the grasslands, and you can see they wrote watch there. You must climb, underline climb, that's the doing word slowly, to save your energy. Now it's asking us to underline the verbs like they have. Sorry, the adverbs. So I might come through and circle my verbs first. When you get, walk, is, attack, beware, hidden, find, and go. Okay, so now in blue or a different color, you're going to underline those. I might come through and write my verbs. So we had climb. You can do this in pencil. We had get and walk. We have is as a verb, attack. Is a hard one to find. Remember, it's that being or having verb. Is happy. I am okay. Am is a verb as well. Beware, something you do. And you hide something, hidden. You're going to find, and you're going to go. So all of those verbs are important, and they will help us find the adverbs. So now you're going to come through and underline the adverbs. And as we've got the ly word, fully, carefully. You must climb slowly. How are we climbing? Slowly is an adverb. It's adding to the verb. When you get near, that's a preposition. That would also help the verb. Sometimes we'd say near is an adverb. But let's focus on the walk, because we've got these adverbs easy to find. Slowly and gently. The creek is full of crocodiles which attack. How are they attacking? Ferociously, angrily. Beware of the cunningly, that's how it is being hidden, trapped or at the skull and crossbones. When you find the treasure, go, how are you going? Quickly. So you'll notice not all the verbs have an adverb on them. We're just finding the adverbs, and those ly words are standing out, aren't they? All right, number 4. It's asking us to change these adjectives. We did that the other week, adjectives, adding description to a noun, to adverbs. So clear, if the air was clear, I could say a sentence like I saw clearly, or we can see clearly. We're explaining how we are seeing, the verb to see, clearly. So we rewrite it. clear, and add ly on. Number B is easy, so I could climb, not easy, but I could climb easily. EAS. Notice that when I put ly on, I have to drop the Y and put an I. Because it would look funny with another Y there, wouldn't it? Easily, easily. If I'm going to climb on a slow pace, I would say I'm climbing slowly. And just add an ly. You'll notice that this one's going to be a little bit different. If you write carefully, we do careful, and then we're going to double the L. Well, we don't actually double it, we're adding ly to the word, so it does end up with a double L. Carefully. Quick becomes quickly. Keep your work nice and neat. And brave, we're going to drop that E. B-R-A-V, bravely. Actually, I'm going to keep that E on, bravely. Sometimes it drops, but that's going to stay on there because we need to say the long A sound. All right, now we're going to choose two of the adverbs to write our own sentence. I might choose maybe slowly and carefully. I lifted the turtles, and I'm going to describe how I lifted them. So there's my verb. How would I lift them? I lifted the turtles maybe slowly and carefully. Now you can make your own sentence. Don't forget full stop. Number 6, you're going to choose the most suitable word from the box to complete each sentence. Let's have a look at those words first. Triumphantly, it's when you're feeling really successful. Dangerously, frantically, silently, gently, slowly, angrily. These are great words to be using in our writing. Let's just scan first, because often I find we've got to fill a blank. Sometimes there could be words that could fit in 2 spots. That is my map. Snarled the pirate. Notice I've underlined all our verbs to help us think about what adverbs would match them. So I'm thinking about the snarling. Probably not triumphantly. Could be dangerously, but more something to do with a feeling. I'd be going with angrily. Notice I'm doing this in text just so you can see. Please work in pencil. The boys walked close to the quicksand. Now that's quicksand. Now we could have slowly, but later on I read through. Let's read through them all first and think where they might fit the best. The waves lapped onto the shores of the shipwrecked bay. The pirate ran from the snapping crocodile. The shark slid through the water. The exhausted man climbed the grim peaks. We found the treasure, they shouted. Now, how could they shout? Being excited? I would put triumphant there. Watch your spelling carefully. Triumphantly. Okay, now I'm looking at the shark. How might a shark move or slide through water? Perhaps silently, they don't make any noise. Silently. We don't have to go in order because sometimes it's easy to find things that fit really well. Okay, if you're exhausted, the exhausted man, something climbed the grim peaks. If you're exhausted, you're not going to be very full of energy. What about the waves one? The waves lapped onto the shores. I don't think you're going to lap dangerously. More would be crash. Lap is like really soft. I think it's gently. And you can go ahead if you like. The pirate ran from a snapping crocodile. So if it's a crocodile, I would be pretty frantic.